Hey guys, this is Sumit from Backbench Coder. So in the last video I have designed the about component. In this video I will be designing this resume component. Okay, so before writing any code, let's look at the wireframe here so that we can build a solid idea about what we are going to build. So yeah, this wireframe is basically divided into two parts. One is your education experience and then your language and software tools. So let's talk about the education and experience. This education and experience again divided into two parts, which is something about your degree and then descriptive text which basically describe your degree and all, and then your experience is pretty much similar with this education. But in this case I will not create separate component of this education because we are only using it 2 times, right? So just to make things simpler I will create 2 separate div. But yes, of course you can definitely create a separate component and render it with different data. It's up to you. But and then again, this language and software tools, this consists a bar which basically shows you how efficient you are in this language, in this skill. Now in this case I will definitely create a component because I am using it so many times in this project, so that's why I will prefer to create a separate component and render it multiple times with different data and different icons, different progress bar. And at the same time I need to take care of the responsiveness of the website, so I will wrap this upper div inside a div container and div row which comes from Bootstrap. And then this div, this language and software tools, it will also wrapped under container row, and just to make those div responsive. Okay, let's move to VS Code. Yeah. Okay, so in the components folder you can see a resume component. Okay, so first remove all this div and age one. Fine. Okay, so let's create the basic skeleton first. Okay, so div dot, again I'm using BEM naming convention, block element modifier in full. So we wrap it inside a container and I will give it a separate class so that I can customize it. You should never override the Bootstrap class because it will affect on the other components where this Bootstrap class is used. And then I'll be wrapping it inside a row. And now let's do the upper part. So again, this is column LG6, so that it takes column LG6 means it will take 12 columns up to large screen, and from large screen it will take six column. Okay, so then I'll give it another class which is resume. What is resume card? Okay, that will be cool. Then an age 4 which is resume card. Let's make this heading heading. Let's write here education. Okay, let's go to wireframe once, and then okay, we did this education and then this body here. Okay, that is cool. Like div dot create a separate div which is resume card body. Fine. And then make an age 5 which will be resume card title, and for me this is computer science engineering. And then your college name and details. So resume card, let's say what name, and again a PU which will be your description, and then in this case this is resume card description or details, and just lorem 10. Okay, so we have designed this left part here, and I will exactly copy this for the right part. I will not create separate component. So what I will do, I'll copy it and then just paste it, and make sure this is inside this row. And I'll change some data which is experience. Okay, let's see our portfolio here. Okay, we are getting the shape. Now let's do the bottom part, this language and software tools. Here you will get the power of React. Okay, so this row here I will just of this and this one, create another row. Okay, and to make this responsive, make sure it is under column large 6, and just give it another class which is, let's say, resume language. Okay, languages, and then in h5 the class name should be, I'm very bad at class name here, language heading. Okay, and let's say this is language and framework. Okay, then there is the language body, which is resume language. It's a body. Okay, and here I'll perform some JavaScript. Okay, and for the right part, just copy this column lg6 div and just put it inside the row. Okay, this is fine. And then change the language and framework to something tools and softwares. Okay, and then resume language body, that is fine. Just keep this resume languages here so that we can target both this class, both this div inside a single CSS property. Okay, that is cool. Let's see what you're getting. Fine. Now here, what I will do here, if you see the wireframe, again I will follow the same approach what I did in this about section. I'll create an array of objects which will hold every component's data, right? In that case there was icon, that header and about. So let's see what I will do here. Again I'll give this a kind of icon here, and then the skill name, and then your progress on that skill, or your kind of efficiency. If you have not followed the last video, please watch this, cause I have explained why I am doing this, why I am using array.map here, and follow the same approach. Let's create that data here. Okay, so let's do const languages. Okay, so then array of objects here. Let's see. So what I need an icon. Let's just put it empty. Then a kind of skill name, which is, let's say, Python, and then say a label. Okay, label will be good. Okay, and for the icon I'll first copy something called import. In the assets folder, this assets folder, you can see a icon which is React, and this React is nothing but a white dot, and you can use this icon as alternate, because probably you will not find all this all the icons of your skill. So just to make things more beautiful, you can use this React icon here. And where is it, this React icon? So I will import this React icon. So React from dot slash assets icon slash react dot svg. That is cool. Okay, and I'll just put this React here. Okay, that is fine, and I'll just copy this 2 times. I'll later fill this with original data. Copy, that is cool. And I'll create a separate data for the tools and frameworks, and const tools, and again this will follow the same approach, which is this one. Copy this out, put it inside an array. That is cool, and just change the name so that it looks nice. Figma, let's say what, Jama. That is cool. Python, let's say Java, and just give it time code. This is boring stuff, I don't want to waste time here. Let's say HTML. That is cool. Okay, so I have the data at the board data, and what I will do, I will just map it over. Then in this case, this is languages dot map, and you know what map does. Map will get every element and just modify it and create a separate array. Okay, in this case I'll create a separate component, and the name of the component will be, let's say, what, skill bar. Let's say bar Okay, bar is fine, and just give it the language is equal to language. Okay, that is cool. Ups, no, just no typo here. Okay, that is fine. So we have not created a bar component yet, but we'll definitely create one. And I'll follow the same approach for these tools here, which will be tools dot map, and again I'll go tool, and I'll just go for the separate component, sorry, the same component bar, and the send the property as tool. Okay, that is cool. Let's create the bar component. Let's go to components, create a bar.js. Okay, I'll get the boilerplate using RSC. That is cool. Export bar, that is fine. And then I'll just destructure the values, which is icon, name and label, right? And again, if you don't know what is destructure and all, I have discussed about this in the last video, so please watch that. Icon, name and label, cool. Let's look at how can I design this bar component here. Okay, so I need a div. Okay, I need a wrapper which will basically show your label, and then span tag which will show your name, the skill name and a icon. Okay, that is cool. And I have not specified the label here. I think if I go to the store, I mean this array, I have not created a label. So how can I arrange this label? So in this case I decided to just break this label into 4 parts, kind of how efficient you are, and give it a score around 45, 65, 85, 70. I am not giving 100 because no one is 100% efficient in any skill. Let's say React is 45 here. I am 45% efficient, and then Python, it is again React, Java, and Java, let's say I am 60% efficient. For this one I am, let's say, 80% efficient. Okay, and for the React here, the tools, the Figma, I am 85%, and this is again the Higma, I don't know what it is, let's say 45, and Java, let's say 60. So let's go to bar.js. I got icon, name, label, and what I will do, I'll give it a class name of bar. That will be more efficient. Bar bar. Okay, and then a div which is, let's say, bar wrapper, and then what I want the name and this icon right here. So inside a span dot bar name, let's say give this an image which is the icon, and the source will be icon. Yeah, definitely source will be icon, and then alternate tag icon, let's say, and then the name here, and this name is name. And for now I am not using any graphical bar to show the label. Just put it label here. I'll change it later. Everything seems okay, but just give it a class name which is what? Bar icon. Okay, you can separate it from the name and put it outside, but yeah, it's okay, fine. Okay, look at this now. Hey, refresh. Okay, bar is not defined. Yeah, I have to import it in resume section. What I will do, I'll give this auto import, so I'll just edit this bar and it will give me auto import option, and just I auto import it here. You can see this bar from bar. Is it bar from bar? Yeah, bar from bar. Okay, if I go to resume, you can see this. Actually there is some problems. The name is not showing, the label is also not showing, so what's going on here? I'm sending language icon name label. I'm sending this language to the language as props and tools as tools. Oops. A problem in destructuring, man. So what's happening here is I'm sending an object, right? An object as props, and then I'm destructuring the member of the object, but I have not even destructured the objects. So I have to first destructure the object, then the member of that object. So first of all, what I have to do, if I want to use the same component, I need to use the same property. So in this case, let's say value, and language, let's say value. Okay, the same property here. So what I will do, bar.js, I will just destructure value and then this one. Okay, and then destructure the member of the value. Let's give it a second bracket. That is cool. Let's see. Okay, this is the icon. This is the icon here. So I'll show you why I'm using this. So with this we are done with the HTML and JavaScript, right? So let's do some CSS and make this more beautiful. Okay, so what I will do, I'll give index.css right here, close this window, go to resume.js. That is cool. Okay, so first of all I will design this resume here. Okay, so for the resume section, make sure you comment the resume so that the following style is of a resume. Now dot resume. Again guys, I will not go deep into CSS, and if you are beginner, please watch 1 or 2 CSS video crash course and the concept will be clear. 20 pixel padding top, and for the row, I don't want to design row. For the resume card, let's go to resume card. Okay, resume card. I need nothing in resume card, but what I need resume card heading. Let's design this one. I just give it a margin left of 10 pixel, font size of 1. Let's say 8 rem, font weight, make it bold, 700, fine. And what else, I need color, hashtag 354538. I'll change this color to CSS variable in the later part of this course. So it's really frustrating to write this hex code. Resume cut body, what I want here, just a margin top 10 pixel, fine. Again guys, this is h5, this is p tag, this already has some margin, so it will override that. Then resume card title dot resume card title, this just give it a font weight of bold, fine. Anything else, let's look at the design. It looks fine. And guys, look at this heading of language and softwares, tools and softwares. This is same as the experience and education, right? So we can target it using one CSS property. So what I will do, I'll first go for resume card details. And what I will do, I'll give font size of 0.9 rem and padding top 20 pixel, fine. And this one, what I'm talking about, this resume language heading, I can target it using this one, this resume card heading. Okay, so what I will do, I'll give it a comma and dot this one. Okay, and with this I am done with the top components here, I guess. Yeah, let's go into this language and framework. This bar component is more interesting. Here is some interesting stuff here. So let's go to bar component here. So just comment it out, bar, fine. And then dot bar, what I want, first of all, give it a width of 90% so that it does not touch the edge. Okay, and then first of all, let's design this bar icon. It looks ugly. dot bar icon, and width of 15 pixel, height of 15 pixel. Fine, let's look at this. Yeah, so let's go to bar again, which is with 90%, and then I want a background color of has f1, f2, f3, slight gray, then a border radius of 30 pixel, 20 pixel, and just give it a margin bottom so it does not touch other bars. Margin bottom 12 pixel. That is cool. So let's look at this. It looks nice. I need a gradient color, gradient kind of progress bar. So what I will do, I will make use of this bar wrapper, and first of all just change the background color to gradient. That's why I will use background image, and the same color, linear gradient, as our background, and just copy this out from background to right bottom. Just copy it out. Okay, and I will change that angle to 90 degree. That is cool. Let's give it a same border radius of 20 pixel. Let's give it a padding of 4 pixel top and 14 pixel left and right. Color white. That is cool. Let's see. It looks much clean. And then just change the font size and give it a margin left of this name, at this name. So font size 0.9 rem. Okay, and what you will do, you'll go to this image right here, I'll give it a Bootstrap class which is margin right 2. It will be fine. Okay, now let's talk about this bar, this skill bar. So basically what I need to accomplish here is to change this bar's width based on the label, right? So definitely we need to use JavaScript. So we need to change the CSS property using JavaScript, right? So let's do this using this bar component. What I will do, I'll create a separate, let's say, variable which is bar width. Okay, I need to perform some string interpolation here, and then what I will do, I'll make a dollar and the variable name which is label, and just a percentage sign. Okay, so let's say this label is 45, so what my bar width will be 45%, and again if this is 85, my bar width will be 85%. And what I will do now, this bar width right here, I'll give this a separate property. This is inline style, and what I'll do, I'll give a style and pass an object, and in this object put some CSS. So what is basically width, and make sure this is under quote width, and then this is just bar width. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, look at this. And now we don't need this span tag, this 85, 45, 60, right? So we can just remove it from here. Fine. Okay, this is cool. And I need to tweak some CSS here, like I need to give it a margin bottom, I need to change this text, it looks ugly, and then I need to give some dummy bars. So in resume.js, I'll just put some dummy data here. Okay, so done. So I've changed the dummy data to some real data, and here I want to show you something. because if you go to assets you will find some icons that matches with the skills, like right, this Python here. So let me show you something, which is, let's say, import Python. If you got the icon from dot slash asset slash icon slash python.svg, and if you want to give this icon to a respective skill, I mean this Python icon here is, and you don't need to change anything in bar.js because it is just rendering the icon. So the app, you don't need to change anything in the app, it will just render the Python icon. Okay, look at this Python icon. Okay, so the last touch what I want to give this a font size and just give it a margin bottom, and this resume language body, just give it a Bootstrap class of like margin top 3, and come here in this margin body, and this margin language body, just give it margin top 3. Okay, and then what I want this resume card name here, the card name, I want to change the font size to like 15 pixel or 16 pixel. Okay, let's look at this. I hope this looks better. Yeah, this looks better. And what's the main part here? Look at this. This is responsive. And again, I will do some refactor at the end of this series of the CSS. I need to tweak some CSS so that it looks more beautiful. Okay, so I've changed some more dummy data, and let's look at the site. Yeah, it looks clean, right? Okay, so that's all for this video. In the next video I will design this projects component, and if you like this video, please give it a like, please, because that's why I am working, that's why I am making video. Okay, goodbye.